Imagine a battlefield in Europe centuries before antibiotics existed. A soldier falls after suffering a deep wound to his leg. In that era, the weapon itself was not always the greatest danger. The real threat appeared days later, when bacteria entered the wound and turned a survivable injury into a deadly infection. More soldiers died from infection after battles than from the fighting itself. Then something unexpected happened. A battlefield healer walked into the nearby forest, looked toward the trees, and collected strange, pale strands hanging from the branches. They looked fragile, almost like silver hair left behind by nature. He placed them directly onto the open wound. To a modern observer, the idea sounds impossible. Using something pulled from a tree as medicine seems like an old legend, rather than a scientific treatment. But somehow, the wound remained protected. The infection did not spread. The soldier survived. Hundreds of years later, those same strange strands are still found across forests in North America. They hang quietly from branches, drifting in the wind like pieces of an old man's beard. Most hikers walk beneath them without noticing. Some mistake them for moss, fungus, or signs of a dying tree. They are wrong. This mysterious organism has been used by different cultures for more than 2,000 years, studied by modern scientists, and misunderstood by millions of people. So what exactly is this forest discovery? And why did something once considered a natural medicine become something many people were warned to avoid? The answer begins with one name. The first thing you need to understand about Usnea is that almost everyone gets one important detail wrong. It is not a plant. For centuries, people looked at these strange hanging strands in forests and assumed they were some type of moss or unusual vegetation. But beneath its simple appearance is one of nature's most fascinating partnerships. Usnea is a lichen. Unlike a normal plant, a lichen is not a single living organism. It is a combination of two completely different forms of life working together, a fungus and an alga. If you gently pull a fresh strand apart, you can reveal its hidden structure. The outer layer appears greenish and delicate, but inside there is a thin white cord stretching through the center like a tiny rubber band. That inner thread belongs to the fungus. The fungus creates the physical structure of Usnea. It captures moisture from the air, protects the organism, and allows it to survive in difficult environments. The green outer layer belongs to algae. Using sunlight, the algae produces energy through photosynthesis and provides nutrients that keep the partnership alive. Neither side could survive the same way alone. The fungus cannot create its own food, while the algae needs the protection and structure provided by the fungus. Together, they create a living system that looks like one organism, but is actually a cooperation between two different forms of life. This changes the way we should see the medicine hanging above our heads. Usnea is not simply something growing on a tree. It is a biological partnership that has survived extreme environments for thousands of years. But Usnea reveals another important secret. Because it absorbs water directly from the atmosphere, it is highly sensitive to air pollution. It struggles to survive in areas where the air contains heavy contamination. That makes it more than an interesting forest organism. It is also a natural indicator of environmental health. When old man's beard grows abundantly, it often suggests cleaner air and a healthier ecosystem. When it disappears, it may signal that something has changed. This tiny strand carries two messages at once. It represents ancient human knowledge, and it reveals the hidden condition of the world around us. Long before modern laboratories and advanced medicines existed, humans were already searching for healing solutions in nature. Among the countless plants and natural materials used throughout history, Usnea appeared repeatedly across different civilizations. The earliest records lead us to ancient China, more than 100 years before the birth of Christ. Traditional physicians documented the use of lichen-based remedies for skin infections, ulcers, and wounds that failed to heal properly. At a time when even a small injury could become dangerous, These natural treatments represented an important form of protection, but China was only one part of the story. Across the cold forests of northern Europe, people developed their own methods of using Usnea. In Finland, herbal practitioners used it for wounds and certain skin conditions. In Scandinavian regions, it was applied to blisters and damaged areas of the skin. Thousands of kilometers away, indigenous communities in North America had also discovered its value. The Nittinat and Maka peoples of the Pacific Northwest used native species of Usnea to help treat open wounds long before European contact. Their knowledge came from generations of observation, experience, and a deep understanding of the natural world around them. The same pattern appeared again in another region. In the Soviet Union, scientists studied compounds extracted from Usnea and developed preparations using its active ingredients to help control infections, including those associated with serious burns. What makes this story remarkable is not just that one culture discovered Usnea. It is that separated societies, living across different continents and centuries, reached a similar conclusion. They all recognized that this strange forest organism had protective properties. They did not see it as a magical cure. They saw it as a useful tool, a natural material that could be placed directly where the problem existed, on the outside of the body. For ancient healers, forests were not empty landscapes. They were sources of knowledge, medicine, and survival. And Usnea was one of their most unusual discoveries. But for centuries, one important question remained unanswered. Why did this fragile-looking organism seem to protect wounds? What hidden substance gave it these abilities? Eventually, scientists began searching for the answer. And when they finally isolated the active compound inside Usnea, they discovered that traditional healers had noticed something real all along. The forest had been holding a secret. Modern science was only beginning to understand it. For centuries, traditional healers understood that Usnea had unusual properties, but they had no way to explain the science behind it. That changed in 1844, when researchers isolated one of the most important compounds inside this lichen. They called it usnic acid. This discovery opened a new chapter. A remedy once passed down through generations became a subject of scientific research. After the Second World War, interest in natural compounds increased rapidly. Scientists began investigating whether substances found in organisms like Usnea could help fight harmful bacteria. The results were fascinating. Researchers discovered that usnic acid showed strong activity against certain types of bacteria, especially gram-positive bacteria. This group includes well-known pathogens such as Staphylococcus and Streptococcus, bacteria that can transform a small wound into a serious infection. The reason usnic acid attracted attention was the way it affected bacterial cells. Instead of targeting only one specific process, the compound could damage bacterial membranes and interfere with the internal systems bacteria need to survive and reproduce. In simple terms, it attacks the structure that allows harmful bacteria to continue growing. This helped explain why ancient healers noticed that Usnea could be useful for protecting wounds. But modern science became even more interested as the world faced a growing problem. Antibiotic resistance. One of the biggest challenges in hospitals today is MRSA, a strain of Staphylococcus aureus that has developed resistance to many commonly used antibiotics. Researchers in Italy studied the effect of usnic acid on 20 MRSA strains collected from real hospital cases, including infected surgical wounds and medical equipment. The results showed that usnic acid could inhibit many of these resistant bacteria. Scientists then explored another possibility. Instead of replacing antibiotics, could natural compounds like usnic acid help make existing treatments work better? When combined with certain antibiotics, usnic acid showed potential in improving their effectiveness against bacteria that had become difficult to control. This does not mean Usnea is a replacement for modern medicine. The real discovery is more interesting. Nature may contain chemical tools that can help scientists develop new strategies against problems that seem increasingly difficult to solve. A simple gray strand hanging from a tree branch connects ancient healing practices, modern microbiology, and the future fight against antibiotic resistance. But the story of Usnea takes another unexpected turn, because the same biological power that made it valuable also created new dangers when humans tried to turn it into a commercial product. For thousands of years, Usnea remained a simple natural remedy. People collected small amounts from forests, prepared it carefully, and used it mainly on the outside of the body. But everything changed when modern industries discovered that one of its chemical properties could become a profitable product. The compound that attracted scientific attention was usnic acid. Researchers found that high concentrations of this compound could influence the energy-producing structures inside human cells and increase metabolic activity under certain conditions. For scientists, this was another area of investigation. For some supplement companies, it looked like a shortcut to a new weight loss product. The idea was simple: boost metabolism, burn more calories, help people lose weight. But there was a major difference between traditional Usnea use and concentrated extracts created in factories. Traditional healers worked with the natural lichen in small amounts, usually for external applications. Modern manufacturers isolated and concentrated usnic acid, then placed high doses into capsules designed to be consumed every day. One well-known example was lipokinetics, a supplement produced by Syntrax Innovations and marketed toward people interested in weight loss and bodybuilding. Soon after, serious concerns began to appear. Reports connected products containing usnic acid with severe liver injuries. Some users were previously healthy adults who developed serious problems only weeks after beginning the supplements. In one documented case, the damage became so severe that an emergency liver transplant was required. In 2001, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration issued a public warning about products containing usnic acid, and lipokinetics was removed from the market. The controversy created a lasting misunderstanding. Many people began viewing Usnea itself as dangerous. But the real problem was not the organism growing in the forest. The problem was taking one naturally occurring compound, concentrating it heavily, and turning it into a daily internal supplement. The same biological activity that made usnic acid interesting in medicine also created risks when used without proper limits. Traditional healers understood an important principle. Nature provides powerful tools, but those tools must be used with respect. Usnea was never meant to become a miracle weight loss solution. It was a carefully used natural resource that required knowledge, balance, and understanding. The story of Usnea reveals an important contradiction. The same ability that made this organism valuable for thousands of years also became the reason it gained a negative reputation. Usnic acid is powerful because it can interfere with biological systems. That ability allows it to affect harmful bacteria, but when concentrated at high levels and consumed improperly, it can also create serious risks. The difference comes down to how humans use nature. Traditional healers were not trying to create a stronger chemical formula. They were not extracting one compound and increasing its concentration. They worked with what the forest provided: small amounts, careful preparation, specific uses. For generations, Usnea was viewed as a tool, not a miracle cure. But modern industries often search for something different. They take a natural substance, identify its strongest component, concentrate it, and transform it into a product designed to promise fast results. That process can completely change the relationship between humans and a natural remedy. The rise of modern antibiotics created another reason Usnea faded from everyday knowledge. Medicines like penicillin became widely available, offering faster and more predictable treatments. People no longer needed to understand the hidden medicines growing around them. Within only a few generations, an organism that had been part of human survival for thousands of years became almost forgotten. First, it was considered outdated. Then, after commercial misuse, it became associated with danger. But the truth is more balanced. Usnea is neither a miracle cure nor a useless threat. It is a reminder that nature contains powerful solutions, but those solutions require knowledge, respect, and responsibility. The forest was never the problem. The problem was forgetting how to listen to it. Today, Usnea is still growing quietly in forests around the world. It hangs from tree branches like delicate silver-green threads, often ignored by people walking directly beneath it. But once you know what to look for, this hidden organism becomes much easier to recognize. The first clue is its appearance. Usnea usually forms pale, hair-like strands that resemble an old man's beard hanging from trees. However, the most reliable way to identify it is found inside the strand itself. If you gently separate a piece of Usnea, you should see a thin, white elastic cord running through the center. This flexible inner thread helps distinguish it from many similar-looking lichens. But recognizing Usnea also means respecting it. Never remove large amounts from living trees. This organism grows extremely slowly, often less than half an inch per year. The best approach is to collect only small amounts from branches that have already fallen naturally, and allow the rest of the colony to continue growing. Because the true value of Usnea is not that it can replace modern medicine. Its value is that it connects nature, science, and human history. For more than 2,000 years, this small forest organism has been studied, used, misunderstood, and rediscovered. It is not a miracle. It is not just a piece of moss hanging from a tree. It is a reminder that some of Earth's most fascinating discoveries are not hidden in distant laboratories. Sometimes they are waiting quietly above our heads, hanging in the forest, waiting for someone to look up. If this discovery changed the way you see the hidden medicine of the natural world, subscribe to Botanical Vault and continue exploring the secrets preserved by nature.